If you have a Pixel and you're using it on the T-Mobile network, you're going to want to pay attention. So this is a classic example of good news and bad news, because T-Mobile's 5G advanced network is now available nationwide, but there is bad news for Pixel owners. So T-Mobile 5G advanced is the next evolution of 5G. In the same way that LTE-A was the next evolution of LTE for 4G, right? Now, T-Mobile has announced a key milestone for its own 5G advanced network. T-Mobile revealed in a blog post just the other day that its 5G advanced network is now available nationwide. The carrier started rolling out a standalone 5G network, which is required for 5G Advanced in 2020, subsequently enabling 5G Advanced in 2024, and just a couple of days ago, it is a full go for nationwide for all users on the network. The vast majority of carriers use non-standalone 5G networks, which is essentially still using a 4G core base for their infrastructure. Now, by contrast, standalone 5G networks have transitioned to a 5G core, enabling this upgraded connectivity experience. Why should you look forward to 5G Advanced? Well, 5G Advanced is based on the 3GPP release 18 5G specifications. It's kind of a nerd emphasizing term, but it is what it is. Carriers use aggregation and other technologies to boost speed and offer other benefits. T-Mobile says it takes on the technology blends with Release 17 and Release 18 features to unlock a smarter network performance, whatever that means. As for practical benefits, 5G Advanced delivers faster speeds, improved connectivity, and when the network is congested, and precision finding technology penetrates your device. So basically, this is a full network upgrade. So not only is it upgrading and getting strength in the network, you're also going to get upgraded connectivity, upload and download speeds. T-Mobile also says you can expect a lower latency with their new 5G advanced network. It's also worth noting that 5G advanced and standalone 5G networks are more efficient than previous 5G technologies. In fact, MediaTek representative was stated as saying back in 2023 that 5G power consumption on standalone networks are well on par with 4G on the same data rate, meaning we've all heard the term that 5G drains your battery, right? And that's a proven fact. It drained your battery more so on 5G than it did with 4G. In fact, I have in the past, to help preserve battery life in times of need. Now, normally I'm here in the office all day, but if I'm out and about doing something, a lot of times I'll just bump my network down to 4G. It helps conserve that battery life. Now with 5G Advanced, they're enabling your modem in your phone to use less power for that 5G connection. So no more power drain, essentially, when you're on T-Mobile's new 5G network. And we're going to get into why this is bad news for Pixel owners. If you're worried about what device do you have to enable this new T-Mobile 5G network on your device, well, let's get into it. If you're not sure if your phone supports 5G Advanced yet, well, you come to the right place. So your phone's modem needs to support the 3GPP Release 18 candidate 5G standard. Qualcomm notes that the modems inside the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and 8 Elite chipsets indeed support the Release 18 standard and/or candidate. So if you have an Android device that has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 or a new Snapdragon 8 Elite, your device will support this new standard. This means you're definitely going to be in luck if you have a OnePlus 13, right? If you have the S25, which I'm recording on, or if you have last year's S24, because you didn't want to upgrade to this year's S25, you still get T-Mobile's advanced 5G network. Now, what phones don't support this new 5G standard? Well, that's where the bad news for Pixel owners comes into play, and really bad news. The Exynos 5400 modem inside each and every Pixel 9 series device does not support Release 18 candidate standard. Therefore, they cannot take advantage of the upgraded 5G network. We can't rule out the possibility that the Exynos modem unofficially supports Release 18 features, meaning maybe there's a slight possibility that in a future update, if the Exynos modems supports the Release 18 candidate for modems, they could basically push it in a future update, but that's a slim to none chance. I mean, it's basically a less than 1% chance. It is possible because it has not been ruled out, but on the spec sheet, the Exynos modems do not support Release 18 standard. Now, what about Pixel 10? More bad news. The Pixel 10 series, even though the upcoming Pixel 10 is moving to a Google-developed, Google-engineered, Google-designed, TSMC manufactured CPU, here's the real kicker. The upcoming Pixel 10 series, meaning the Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro, Pixel 10 Pro XL, Pixel 10 Pro Fold, are still going to have an Exynos modem. This is where the really, really bad news comes in. That means the Pixel 10 is still not going to support T-Mobile's brand new 5G network. So what I'm going to do, how I'm going to test this network, how I'm going to test T-Mobile's new 5G network is, I'm recording on my S25 Ultra. My T-Mobile SIM is in my Pixel 9 Pro XL. I'm going to remove the SIM card out of my Pixel 9 Pro XL. I'm going to put it in my S25 Ultra. I'm going to test where I'm at right now, a dead spot. I'm also going to go to a major intersection right down the block where it's on top of a hill. I'm going to test that. We're going to test latency. We're going to test network. We're going to test everything and see just how well this new T-Mobile 5G network is going to perform on the latest and greatest Android device, the S25 Ultra. Now, those of you that have an iPhone, you're in luck because this does include iPhone 16 series devices. Say Apple does use a Qualcomm modem. I believe it's the X75 modem inside iPhone 16 devices. All iPhone 16 series, so your iPhone 16, 16 Plus, 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max. And then any Android device running the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 or Snapdragon 8 Elite is going to get this new T-Mobile 5G network on your device. Now, there's nothing you have to do on your phone to enable it. Now, what I would do, if you haven't restarted your phone in forever, I would restart your phone. Now, I told somebody to restart their phone one time, and they just turned the screen off and then turned the screen back on. It's like, really? Power it off. Wait a few seconds, I don't know, 15 seconds, power it back on. What that will do is it'll refresh the network signal to your phone, right? And that's all you have to do, right? It's an automatic thing, but restarting your phone gets you a brand new connection to the towers, brand new carrier services straight to your phone. So I won't blabble on anymore. Let's get to the testing. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to stop this video, but you won't see that. It'll just cut to the next scene. But I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to put my SIM card, take my SIM card out of this phone and put it in the S25, and we will start testing. So I'm going to test it here at home, and then y'all will ride along with me and do some testing on the road. Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, so check this out. This is the Pixel 9 Pro XL. I have my T-Mobile SIM card in here, but look at this. I am in such a dead spot. I have it set for 5G, right? 5G recommended, and look, I'm only getting LTE. That's how bad of a spot I'm in. Now, that's with the T-Mobile SIM card in the Pixel. Again, the Pixel does not get the new T-Mobile network. And I'm kind of showing you this information to show you what it looks like. I put this in my S25 Ultra. Now, here is the network statistics, I guess you could say. Right now, it's pretty freaking bad. And I just did a speed test, and it's even worse. Check this out. I did a speed test, 1.62 megabytes per second on the download, 0.51 on the upload. That's how bad it is right now. So Hopefully when I switch the SIM over to my S25 Ultra, it will improve, and I think it will, but I just want to make sure and document everything now. Let's go outside and test this thing in a good outdoor network spot. Should get some pretty good speeds with this outside once we get out of this dead zone. So let's go test it. All right, so welcome back. Now I am just down the block from my dead spot house, and that is the closest T-Mobile tower. Now, I got my phone here. My T-Mobile SIM is still in the Pixel 9 Pro XL. And as you can tell, it's now getting a 5G signal, right? On a different band, we're getting a really decent signal here. Now, check this out. Let's go to, here's the cell tower I'm connected to. The cell towers, that one right there, right across the street, right? So now let's do a speed test. This is with the old 5G T-Mobile network, and I'm about to switch phones. I'm about to put my SIM card that's from my Pixel that does not get the new T-Mobile network, and I'm about to switch phones, put that SIM in my S25 Ultra, which I'm recording on, and then I'll do a speed test, a network test on the S25 Ultra, and I'll record from the Pixel. So we'll just switch it up. But let's see what the differences are. This is the old T-Mobile 5G network, and we'll get speed test on the new one. So as you can tell, there's a ping of 181, still relatively slow, but shit, we're getting damn near 750 download speeds. That's really good. What are the upload speeds going to be? We're at 20, 33, 35, 36, 37, 40. We're going to crack 40? Yep. Pretty good, right? And that's coming from that tower right there. Now, there's also another tower behind that HEB right there, but I'm connected to this one, I believe, right there. I wanted to get a clear view test, all right? And now let's test this new network. So here's what we got on the old 5G. Let's see if we can crack those speeds. 760 and 40, damn near 45 on the upload, 760 on the download. And again, getting really, really good network test, carrier services. All right, so let's put the SIM card in the S25 Ultra and let's switch it up. All right, I just put my SIM card, my T-Mobile SIM, in the S25 Ultra, and as you can tell, it's getting full bars, S25 Ultra. Now, check this out. Just as a comparison, here's the Pixel 7, really great color. I love this phone. Perfect size, 6.4 inches with beautiful display. Anyways, I love this Pixel. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. This has Boost Mobile in it, Pixel 7, Seafoam. I want to do a speed test comparison with Boost Mobile. It still gets 5G, gets really good internet access, network services, but see, they're at Boost Mobile. Now, let's do a quick speed test on this, just to give you a comparison while I get this one set up. Wow, that's really good. That's on Boost Mobile. Holy crap. So you get 418 download, 42 upload. That's the same upload speeds as a T-Mobile. 418 download speeds. That's with Boost Mobile. The new Boost Mobile. It's not the old Boost Mobile. They're running on T-Mobile services. Now, let's do a speed test on the new 5G network. Here's the new T-Mobile 5G network. So it's actually getting a little better service than on the Pixel. Different modems. Pixel has the Exynos 5400 modem, and this has the new Snapdragon X80, or I think it's X85 with the 8 Elite chipset. So let's go, let's make sure we're connected to that tower. Yep, see it's pointing that way. Yep, right there. All right, now let's do a speed test and see if anything has changed. Ready? So we cracked 700. Can we get over 8? Can we get over 8? Oh, hell yeah. Damn, almost 9. Oh, 850. So it's about 150. It's about 120 what better that and better upload speed. So as you can tell, you do get better download speeds with the new T-Mobile 5G Advanced Network. You do get better download and upload speeds, and the ping is a little less too, because I think the ping was shit, I can't remember. It was like 29, I believe, on the Pixel. So the Pixel doesn't have a slouch. So don't make it. Don't think I'm like shitting on Pixel because don't get the new T-Mobile network. It works perfectly fine on the regular T-Mobile 5G network. As you can tell, our numbers with the Exynos modem were just shy of that, but the new network's even better now. That's not necessarily, I knew these speeds were going to be better. What I'm more concerned about, now that I switched the SIM card to the new phone, I'm going to take this home in the new 5G network modem enabled phone, take it to the house and see if my dead spot is eliminated, because before I left, you saw how much my phone is affected by that dead spot in the Pixel. So let's go take these numbers back to the house, back to the studio, and see if that new T-Mobile network will eliminate that dead spot. Because not only it's a network-wide upgrade, not only is it going to upgrade your speeds, it's going to upgrade your signal, right? So that's what I'm worried about or concerned about. So let's go back to the studio and then test the studio speeds out with the new network enabled in the new device. All right, just did a restart. Now let's go to, I guess I could figure out what tower it's connected to. Let's do this and see what our network performance looks like. So it's a little better. Band 71. Let's see what tower I'm connected to. So technically I'm connected to the same tower. So that's the absolute closest one to me. Look, these are all the ones that are around me. There should be one behind me. I don't know why. Up there it is. There's one right there, but this is the closest one. So that is the one that I'm connected. Now, my elevation is lower, so the tower sits considerably higher than where I'm at. That's why I'm in that little dead spot. But let's do a speed test and get it over with. So about the same. So let's see if it makes any difference doing this. Moment of truth. Ready? And no Wi-Fi. We're just on T-Mobile 5G. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a big difference. Holy shit. Okay, so the upload speed, I wonder if I hold it, I need to do this by a window, honestly. Well, it is what it is. I'm in the middle of a home, but look, that's not the worst thing possible, upload speeds, but it's night and day better than the speeds I was getting while on my Pixel, right? Because on the Pixel, I think it was, I'll have to go back and rewind it, but it was only what, I think, and it wasn't even getting 5G, it was getting 4G. My signal's so bad here. So it wouldn't even pick up 5G on my Pixel, T-Mobile 5G, it fell back to 4G, and the download speeds were like 1.19, upload speeds were like 0.2, and I put the 5G SIM card, T-Mobile SIM card in here, and this is a device that has a Snapdragon 8 Elite that will pick up the T-Mobile's new 5G network, and holy crap, it blew the doors off of this test. I've never even seen like over 20. Like most of the time I average 4 to 7 on the download speeds. That's right, 4 megabits per second. This is 318. Holy crap. So T-Mobile's new network makes a huge difference if you have a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 device, if you have a Snapdragon 8 Elite device, If you have an iPhone 16 series with the X75 modem, it will pick up T-Mobile's new 5G network. And holy crap, does it make a difference. Now, the ping is not, not incredible, because like when you're on home Wi-Fi, it'll be anywhere from like 4 to 7, or maybe 4 to 9 is the average. But on data, on carrier services, that ping, that's about average. When I was doing my other speed test on my Pixel, it was what, 49, I think was the ping, something like that. So a tremendous network upgrade from T-Mobile. I'm almost speechless, but I have a lot to say about this, but I'm not going to repeat myself. But one quick question that I know is going to come up before we get out of here. Does this work? Will this work for carriers? Meaning, like, will your network see a performance increase if you have a T-Mobile MVNO? So remember how I did the Boost Mobile test? That's a T-Mobile MVNO. Google Fi, Metro PCS. All the carriers that use T-Mobile for carrier services, that use T-Mobile towers, that use T-Mobile data, honest answer is I don't know. Meaning, like, since T-Mobile upgraded their 5G network and it's such a huge freaking upgrade, well, does that mean Boost Mobile 5G is going to be faster? Does that mean Google Fi is going to be faster? Does that mean Metro PCS is going to be faster? I don't know. You saw the speed that was getting with Boost Mobile 5G up down the block when I was next to the tower. It was getting 400 and some megabits per second. I've never gotten that fast on Boost Mobile. It's been, I think the most I've gotten was close to 300. I think the most I've gotten, I can go through my videos that I've made, and I might do that. But I think the most I've gotten ever testing Boost Mobile is like 282. So it might make a difference. Now, when there's network congestion, meaning when there's like a lot of people connected to the tower, T-Mobile's going to get priority. They're going to send priority data to people that pay more, right? You says you get what you pay for. They're going to send the priority speeds, the priority network, the priority the priority data carrier services to T-Mobile customers over a Boost Mobile or over a Google Fi or over a Metro. But under normal circumstances, I think that Boost Mobile speed test I did was a quote-unquote normal circumstance. I think it increases the speeds. Now, I'll try to see if I can find out any information in regards to them making a statement in regards to the improving the performance of the MVNOs. I don't think they have. I just thought of that question. But from my real-world speed test you just saw, you got damn near 500 megabytes on the download, and that's on a $20 a month plan. I mean, that's unheard of. It's mind-blowing. $20 a month, that's blazing fast for $20 a month on Boost Mobile. So, very impressed. It's about time. I mean, shit, our prices have gone up for all you T-Mobile customers. It's about time they improve their, I mean, not like it was bad, but I'm just saying, like, this is good. This is good. This is very, very good. So, that'll do it. If y'all got any questions, give me a holler. I check my comments every day, and I'll try to answer every question I get to the best of my knowledge. And if I don't know the answer, I'll find an answer for you. But if y'all got any questions, you all know what to do. Appreciate the time, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.